And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley toss play left, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
Goes up at how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And shedding a man at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Prescott from the gun. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A handoff left, Elliott. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. On 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to go up top again. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 30 57 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on second down. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what a move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And it's caught. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Jones. They'll roll him out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Darnay Holmes picks up his second sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And they work this out past the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Jones on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Jones. Forced out to his left. Connects with Slayton. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So Dak and the Cowboys down 17-13, a minute 11 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Into the hands of Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Working the sideline there, good route. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot now for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the
Giants.
winners. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that during training camp. Make sure when you have it,